Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, Totally Taste. This is our segment, Conversations with J and C. And today as you guys can see, we're in a different space and
Yes,
we're
we
just
are.
doing something different. We have a special guest here with us today, so we're going to dive in, have a conversation, and we're happy to bring you guys along with us.
Yes, and so we're going to go ahead and welcome the one and only. They are our friends now, but past our
Yes.
friends, they are our family, you guys. And we're excited for them to be in our life. And you guys, that is none other than the Clements. So y'all go ahead and welcome them. Yes.
Yes.
Man, it's so excited to have y'all here with us,
Yes.
man. And we've been just growing our relationship. So it's been really, really great having you guys just be a part of our life.
Yeah, it's been awesome. This is our second time hanging out, but hanging out has been fully immersive, like all
Right.
in, all the kids. So no, it's been great.
That is good. That is
It's been
good.
so good, guys.
All right, so look, y'all, we are just gonna sit down and we're gonna have a conversation. First, we will just talk, but then we will be asking them just some questions about their relationship, their family, and just how they do the things that they do. Because if you know, we have a lot in common, you guys, and so we are here to advocate, especially for the special needs community, and also just bring awareness. Y'all know that's what me and Crystal are all about, and so we're gonna have conversations just to dive right in. But just getting started, like. I want to ask y'all a question, right? Because I know me and Winston, we was at a conference this weekend, and a lot of people was coming up to us, and they, meet me, and then they meet Winston, and they be like, "Are y'all related?" Da 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 da. And we been like, "Yeah, we're friends, we're brothers." But the thing about it was, me and Winston both was like, well, yeah, we didn't first meet each other, but it was because of our wives. Like, we met on YouTube, but like Crystal and Mayfair, they were the ones that really hit it off. And then, of course, me and Winston hit it off after that. But my question is, right, I'm gonna ask you, Mayfair. So when you first came across our channel, I really don't even know how did y'all meet. So I'll say, how did y'all meet first of all? Just quick.
Okay, so I'll always do this. So shout out to April. April sent me.
Oh yeah.
Shout out April.
Yes, she sent me. That's our sister-in-law. She sent the Clements channel to me one day, and I was like, oh, okay. So I looked and I watched a few videos, and I must have followed you on Instagram or something, and then we just started messaging each other, and just hit it off from there.
Yeah.
So
I think we had watched you guys' video, your early videos when you were talking about Samson and that whole story. I think it was when either we were pregnant with Malika or
Yeah,
just
so
before.
even before you two connected, we had seen your videos.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
then it was
that.
only later that I connected with you on
Y'all didn't
Instagram.
comment and say, hey, what's up?
I mean,
I didn't even. You guys you weren't super regular on YouTube at that time
Oh,
either.
okay.
So
Oh,
we
yeah,
didn't know
that's
if
true.
you would
I
see it.
I got you.
and we were in London at the time,
And we were
you
in
guys were in
London.
Memphis.
Oh,
But then I think I
wow.
actually connected with you when we were about to move to the States, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna move. Would love to connect.
Yes,
Obviously,
I do
different
remember
states.
that.
So I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to connect, and then we just did, and
Hit
you
it
know,
up,
here
really.
we are.
Yeah.
Here you are in our basement.
I know. It was
Funny
so
how things
cool.
work.
I know. I love
Man,
it.
well, that is good. Now I can ask you the question I wanted to ask you, right? When you first saw us on YouTube, just tell me what was the thoughts that went through your head as far as about us? What did you think?
Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
I think I really liked how open you guys were, and how much you led in terms of just advocating for children with special needs, and just how open you were, because I think that's really, really important. The questions that you guys would answer, so I loved that. Obviously you guys were Christians, which is another point that okay, we definitely get on. If we got God in common, we got a lot in common.
True.
And I just thought immediately, we just get along. And I thought too, because obviously, it's important to have role models for all of us to be able to see people that look like you. And I thought specifically, I think at the time you just had Sammy. I was like, that would be a great connection for Sammy to be able to have someone like Winston to ask him questions, things down the road, and just to be able to see someone up close,
Yeah.
you know, who looks like him, who, you know, has the same disability, to be able to say, okay, this is possible. So I thought that would be a really positive connection.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, between all of us, I knew that I thought we'd get along. I thought
be
you
a
guys were
vibe,
cool
a
people.
vibe.
Yeah, I was thinking bye.
Yeah.
That came to my mind.
Well, look, I'm glad to hear that because I know when we see people on social media, it be good thoughts, but then it could also be bad thoughts. You know,
Yeah.
like not like bad, but it's like I don't really like that family. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
even
You don't know
though-
how it's gonna be like in
Yeah.
person, but from the minute you guys, you know, came into our living room at 5 a.m., we were like, it's like we've known each other for ages.
No,
Yes, 5 a.m.
No, that is true because it's
so
like
funny.
we just connected. But what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say is, even like on my part, when I first came across you guys,
Yeah, I want to know what
channel,
you guys think. That's what was gonna be
Well,
my
I'll let Crystal
question.
go first. What,
Yeah.
what
Well,
did
I thought
think?
you- okay, I was-
I'm gonna let her go first. 'Cause-
So when she sent me the channel, I mean, you guys' channel, I was like, wow, like I always knew and I always felt like Samson, he's gonna be able to get married, he's gonna be able to do
Right.
all these things, just naturally thinking that. But to see it, I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, that's like I know for a fact now, like
Yeah.
I knew it in me, but then it's like to see it on the outside, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
this is actually possible for real. And like he's gonna be able to have a wife and have kids of his own and have his own family, and that's something that I know that he like desires as well, just from how he talks
Oh,
already.
he's ready
So-
to get
Yeah.
married.
Ready to be a married man, trying to be an honest man.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, I just love that I was able to see that in you guys and how you said like you guys are Christian, you believe in God as well and things. So I'm like, this is a dope family. Like I love it. It's amazing.
Appreciate you guys.
And for me, it was the same thing. But so if y'all been following along with me, you guys know that like when it comes to Samson, it's a lot of questions that I was having, and it's a lot of
Right.
questions that I do still have, right? But in that moment, I remember one of my prayers after Samson was born was like, God, I don't know how his life is going to be, and I was just like, I mean, for me, I didn't know anybody who had OI.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
Right.
know anyone. And so for me, I had a lot of fear. And so when I came across when Crystal was like, hey, look at this family on YouTube, I was like, oh snap. I was like, what? Wow. This is so
Yes.
awesome, because in that moment, like it gave me a lot of hope. And it gave me hope for Samson, because like for me raising him, it's as a father, I want to be a good father for Samson, but I don't really know what that's like being in his body and being in his shoes.
Right.
And so with seeing you guys' channel, it was like, man,
Yeah.
that
it
was an answered
a
prayer,
breath of
because
fresh air.
for me, I felt like I didn't have to go through this alone. Like any question that I have, any question that I had back then, like just from watching you guys' videos, it was like, oh no, like Crystal said, he can get married, like he can find
Right.
love, and
Yeah.
and it just really gave me hope. So I was really, really happy, and like I remember I couldn't watch all y'all videos because I was working like 100 hours
get
a week.
it.
Yeah, I was working so much, but the little bit that I did see, it was just really, really good. And then when Crystal told me that you guys connected, I was really happy for her as well. And the reason why I was happy for her was because even in that moment, she was a stay-at-home mom and having to take care of Samson, and so just with her getting connected with just a woman like you, right? It was just really, really good for me. I was like, and y'all was Christians too, and that was like the second question that I asked. I was like, did they believe in God?
They- yeah, that's
it was
important.
Like, they do. So I was like, man, let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really felt just really good about seeing you guys' channel.
All right, so we talked about like how we got together and how we met and everything. So just for our audience and things, like how did you two meet?
Yeah, so we met in 2018.
Yeah.
It was 2018. And I was in a corporate job. She was studying, but she took some time off from studying to explore being a business person.
Yeah.
Oh.
Life coaching.
Yeah, life coaching. And so I was in a similar place because although I was working, I was also starting to explore becoming a speaker. And so I got invited to this event, and I thought I was coming there to be the speaker because someone reached out to me and said, hey, why don't you come to this event? We're doing a networking event for entrepreneurs and we need a speaker. And I know you're starting out, so would you like to present something? And I was like, yeah, because, you know, back then I was just saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
I just wanted the opportunity to be on the stage and speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the last minute, they reached out and said, "Oh, we no longer need a speaker, but would you still like to come to the event?" And I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed because I was ready to speak,
Right.
and I was umming and ahhing, do I still want to go? In the end, I went. I showed up to this event, and I was grumpy. I was driving there, like I was grumpy, but I just thought, you know what? Let me just go, see what happens. And then when I arrived at this event, it was a women's networking event. So I didn't realize I was going to be like one of the only guys there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So why would they still tell you
That's
to come?
funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. And so I was one of the only guys, and I was late to the event as well. So I remember as I was approaching the event, like it was in a building that was kind of made of glass on one side.
Yeah.
So on the approach,
So you could see
everyone
it.
could see me coming up.
Late.
Late. I remember you saying
So
that.
in my head, I'm thinking, oh, like, I can't even turn around because they've all seen me.
Oh my gosh.
And so anyway, fast forward, I go to this event, and there's a few like networking opportunities during the event. They have breakouts, and I see Mayfair because she's probably one of the only African sisters there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It
So
was-
both of y'all was really
Stood
y'all
out a
stood
little.
out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
stood out.
You know,
Yeah, I was the only guy, and she was probably the only African there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was God.
Yeah.
He was like, I brought them here, and I don't want them to miss each other at
Well,
all.
that's the thing. We did.
Really?
Because
Yeah.
we had both seen each other, but it was just like open networking. So we were both kind of speaking to different people, and then I had to run off to grab a train. So we didn't actually get to speak afterwards. But I had heard of Winston because he had done a TED talk at that time, and I think we were in kind of similar circles because we were doing both in personal development. So I messaged him afterwards like, "Hey, sorry we didn't get to chat at that event, but would love to catch up properly." So he says I slid into his DMs. So it was a purely innocent, like, "Hey, we're doing similar things, let's catch up."
Look, that's exactly
That's
what
really important.
I was going to ask. Wait,
Play.
did you have his number? That's what
She didn't have my
Uh,
number.
I had him on
I woke up the
Instagram
next
or
day and there was a
Facebook or
DM in my
something.
Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Is that not
My
sliding into
DM.
someone's
Yeah,
That
DM?
is
she
what
slid
Purely
in.
innocent.
She slid in your DMs.
But
She's
you invited
like,
me
it
to
was
lunch.
no
he
intention.
made the date. So we went to lunch and we just connected straight away. It was like so easy. Like it was like we'd known
Wow.
each other for so long. So
Wow.
we chatted that day. But we stayed friends for a couple of years because I was traveling a bit. I went to New York and just
Yeah.
trying to figure stuff out. You were figuring stuff out with your career. And then we reconnected in 2020 or just before 2019.
Yeah, so we that first meeting happened in July 2018, and then the timeline was we stayed friends for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So it was at the end of 2019 that we had become really close
Yeah.
because we even put on our own event. So we set up an
Together.
event for entrepreneurs,
Oh wow.
and we had like people in our circles, and we were hosting the event.
Yeah.
Together
Hey,
or
that's
individually?
Together.
Oh, together.
Yeah.
Yes, so it was supposed to be like a series, but we managed to do the first one in person, and then the pandemic happened.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
COVID happened.
Yeah.
But during that process of, first of all, becoming friends and then learning we had all of these things in common and then doing events together, I think that's when we started to maybe see each other in a different light.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, because y'all got close.
Yeah.
We're
You're
spending
doing a lot
together.
together.
Y'all was sweating on each other, huh? Yeah.
If you plan an event with someone, it's going to go one of two ways.
Oh.
You're either going to like them or hate
Oh,
them.
hey, no,
That's
you
true.
right. You
That
right.
is
You
true.
right. And so from after you guys like hit it off, right? How long did y'all date?
So officially we got together at the end of 2019. So I want to say December 2019 is when we said, okay, we're an item now.
Yeah.
And then we dated, but we dated really intentionally.
Yeah.
I think that's important to say because funny, when I was speaking to Mayfair about us getting together at the end of 2019, I said, would you be my girlfriend? Right? And she disputes it
You
sometimes. But she said, no, I don't want to be your girlfriend. I want to be your wife.
No, because
Oh,
I just no.
she
For
was
me,
ready.
I was like, what does that mean? Like, we're grown. Like, what do you mean, girlfriend? Like, what are you trying to do here?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, no, I
she
liked it.
grown
I
woman,
liked
but-
it.
No,
I just wasn't
yeah,
trying to
nice.
waste because you know
Yeah,
we're grown,
it's
like
a
we
good being
knew each
girlfriend.
other. Like
I like
either
that.
you want to like see if this could be a marriage or you don't, and that's cool. But I don't like the in between
Yes.
thing of like I'm trying to see. No,
No,
you know me.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
like
that.
dating with intention, right?
Yes,
Yes.
getting married.
Yeah.
Man, and just speaking about that, like that's how I am as well. Like for example, my nephew, he just got married, right? But one of the things I told him, I was like, when you out here dating, it's like no, like don't be looking for just a girl. Be looking
Right.
for your wife.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think to like even in today's culture, people are, looking for girlfriends or looking for boyfriends, and you grown adults. It's
Right.
like
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's for
true.
like little kids. You
Yeah.
an adult, it's like, hey, we gonna be together for us to get married, not for
Exactly.
us to just be boyfriend and girlfriend
Right.
for
For the
17
sake of-
years, So I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
though.
And you
I
guys
love
got
that.
married young too, right? Well,
Yes.
pretty young. How old
Yes.
were you?
Yeah.
19.
18 and 19. Yeah,
Wow.
I was 18 years old
I
and
was
Crystal was 19.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intentional.
So and
When you know, you
Very-
know.
yeah, I told her though when I was young, when I was 12, I told her that she was gonna be my wife and have my
love
children. So
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, he was the
I was-
same way.
I was
Just
12.
like
I wasn't looking for no
he wasn't
girlfriend.
looking for a girlfriend at 12.
Yeah,
no,
no,
I was
he
looking
said,
for a
I
wife.
want a wife. You
Yeah.
don't find it the wife finds a good thing.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so after you guys got together, with the intention of being married, how long did it take for you guys to get married?
So it was about 7 months
It took 7 months.
until
Yeah.
we got engaged.
Okay, so you got engaged.
And
So
then,
December officially got together,
yep,
and then
July got engaged
July
the
you
next
proposed.
year.
Okay.
And then August got married.
yeah,
Okay, July, June, July, August. So a month after engagement. Okay,
yeah,
great.
like 2
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That is really good. Now, how long have you guys been married?
Coming up to 5 years
Coming
in
up
August.
to 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
yeah, that's a lot. How do you guys feel about it?
5 years sounds crazy.
I
like,
know.
Yeah,
It's you guys are 7 years, right?
yeah,
Eight.
hey,
Eight. Oh,
Yeah.
8 years.
yeah.
I mean, I think marriage has its seasons, right?
Uh-huh.
Like through those 5 years, you become different people. Like through different
Yeah.
things, having kids, moving to different countries. So I think we've definitely had challenges. We've had ups and downs, but it's been a blessing too. Like just to be able to do life with someone, to be able to go through those challenges, those highs, those lows with someone, and to be with someone who kind of shares a mission and a purpose with you is kind of always that thing that draws you close together.
Yeah.
Because in marriage, you don't always like your partner.
Yeah.
But when you know there's like it's true, you don't always like me, I don't always like you. For the most part, I do. But when you have like a thing that's like, no, we're here for something together, and you have that thread that kind of joins you together, it reminds you, yeah, even when it's tough, God joined us for a reason, and it lets you kind of get through so that, you know.
Then you unpack your bags.
And speaking of unpacking
stay.
bags, since he said it, he packed his bags up before.
Nah,
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I
He
can't
ain't
deal.
leaving.
I can't deal with you. I guess he went the right man. Let me get an Uber. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of
Bye.
See you later.
But even on the topic of those highs and lows within
Yeah.
marriage, because we all know that we have them, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to go into details on those highs and those lows, but just talk about some of those high moments that you guys had and just some of those low moments. And you don't have to go into details, but I know we have a lot of married couples that watches our channel, and that's something that we want to inspire them on as well. But what if you guys want to share, what are just some low moments and highs that you guys have?
highs or lows? What would you like?
Well, you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Look, we will be dropping the next half of this. We're going to drop this on the Clements channel. So make sure that you stay tuned to the Clements channel, and you guys be able to see the next part of this video. Until next time, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Peace out.